Hello investors and welcome to another 180 Markets Weekly Wrap. And well friends, it was a fairly slow and somewhat confusing week on the markets. And it is very unexpected because we really thought there would be smooth sailing post the Trump election victory and into the end of the year. But as always, markets have been confusing and it is certainly not the case, and that is what makes it all very interesting. Now I'm here today, instead of with Sean as normal, I'm here with Ariella. And Ariella, I want to ask you, what are you seeing in the market, especially amongst the different investor bases?
Yeah, Greg, that's an interesting question, and hello everyone. We are seeing some different investor bases attracted to different types of placements in particular. For example, there were two placements recently, AL3 and ADO, that attracted more of the institutional investors as opposed to the retail investors, even though those companies are still on the smaller end of the market. From our point of view, we do see a lot of retail interest in certain placements, but it is a very big differentiation between different types of companies and what the companies are doing. And Greg, I have a question for you as well. We've been speaking a lot about post-Trump and what's happened after the election. We've been speaking in the office that gold will recover first, or we think it will recover first. Can you tell us why?
Yeah, gold really has been an outflow of the Bitcoin crypto trade, where we've seen a sell-off in gold, an increase in Bitcoin, and more importantly, we track the money flows, and that is what we've seen. And also with gold has really been in a 12-month plus bull market run, and usually stocks like that or sectors like that, they don't just end, and it more looks like a pause to refresh than a true ending of the sector.
Okay, everyone, now we're going to talk about some placements of the week and some movers. We'll start off with placements, and a big one that everyone probably would have seen this week was the SYA PLL placement and merger. So SYA raised 40 million with an underwritten unconditional placement at 3.2 cents a share, currently trading at 3.45, which is a good result. They signed a definitive merger agreement with PLL Piedmont Lithium to create some leading lithium businesses together. So Sayona will also undertake a conditional placement to Resource Capital Fund for 69 million Aussie. This is pending shareholder approval, and concurrently PLL Piedmont, they also raised 40 million at 16.8 cents a share, currently trading at 17.75. So seems like a good result for both. It is very interesting in the lithium space at the moment, and these being some big leaders out there, it'll be an interesting track to follow. Next placement we'll look at will be AL3. So AL3 raised 30 million. They actually went out for 25 million and were heavily oversubscribed, which was a good result. They were doing a true tranche placement at 19 cents a share, currently trading at 20.5. It was a 17.4% discount to the last close, and the funds will be used to expand their European and US activities, R&D, and working capital. Bell Potter and Shaw's did do this raise. This company has had an awesome run. They are in the 3D printing defense space. The next raise we'll look at is LRL, Labyrinth. This is a heavily talked about stock, especially in the small micro cap space with our investors and our network. So they went out to raise 15 million. They actually raised 19.5 million, which is also a great result. 21 cents per share, currently trading at 25.5. Genesis, GMD, they invested $1.45 million of the placement. So they'll hold 7% post-placement and post-completion of their acquisition. GMD has a market cap of $2.5 billion, so quite a credit for LRL to get them as an investor. This is the GMD chart, Genesis. Directors in LRL also subscribed for almost $300,000 worth of the placement. And interestingly, a few months ago, LRL did a consolidation, a 10-for-1 consolidation. So they really have had a major rebrand here, and all the best for them with their gold exploration. Next, we'll take a look at SHG, Singular Health. Again, another heavily talked about stock in the space. They raised $3.7 million at 9 cents a share, currently trading at 11.5 cents, hitting highs of 14 cents yesterday. This included a $500,000 cornerstone investment by Provider Network Solutions, PNS, who signed an MOU for Singular Health's 3DCOM software. So this will provide them a definitive pathway towards initial commercial pilot plant and a full-scale rollout through the PNS network. So it's a very exciting time for them. Wallaby Group were the lead manager here. They are some ex-Euros Hartley's brokers. So great result post-placement and hopefully more to come. All right, so let's have a look at the platform and see what raises we had access to this week. I'm just going to go to the closed raises tab. We can see there are some quite popular raises on here. PNI, Pinnacle, we spoke about PLL and SYA. SMS did a shortfall. G50, they just announced their placement today. RF1, quite a popular raise as well. Regal Investment Funds, IPH, and many more. So take a look at the 180 Markets platform to see some more detail on the raises from the week. We are currently live with a couple. We've got IXR on the platform right now who are raising $1 million at 0.7 of a cent with some attaching options as well. Okay, now let's have a look at some movers this week. There were quite a few. Let's start with NVQ. Okay, so NVQ is actually quite an interesting story. They did a strategic placement last week to an investor named Tony G at 2 cents a share. They're currently trading at 10.5 cents. The placement to Tony did come with a 1-for-1 8-cent option, which is now in the money. Tony is the chairman and major shareholder of Solana, a Canadian-based holding vehicle established to invest in technologies and cryptocurrencies. So we're very well known in the market. And obviously people are following him and backing him in NVQ. A great run there. The next mover we'll chat about is PTR. PTR have had a great run this week. Their strong movement is due to promising titanium heavy mineral sands grades from their recent Rosewood prospect. They do have more results expected in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So people are jumping on the bandwagon there. It has been a long time since we've seen titanium really pop off in the market, and it seems like it is getting hot again. So that's definitely one to watch. Let's have a look at DevX. DevX is having a little bit of a run today. They have hit a high of 16.5 cents as of midday today, currently trading at 14.5. There hasn't been any news today. However, they are having their AGM. So obviously, some people are excited about the results coming out there. Next, we'll have a look at Red Sky, ROG. Red Sky is in the gas industry. The gas sector has been getting hot again, and they have announced recently that their Yarrow 1 well, their downhole work is expected to be completed by January next year, and the well to become fully operational in Q2 next year. Their recent well, Yarrow 3, generated $2.73 million year to date, and it is expected that Yarrow 1 will also generate the same, if not more. So people are obviously getting on the bandwagon there. The stock is trading quite well the past few days. Next, we'll have a look at PCL. PCL, everyone I think knows, this is one of my favorite stocks of a long time. Last night they announced that their PEL 87 project has received their seismic license. It's been approved by the Namibian authority and delivered to Woodside. So that's exciting there, a little milestone that they've hit, trading up 21% currently at 1.7 cents. Hopefully a lot more to come there. Next, we'll look at some stocks that have fallen this week. One that a lot of people have mentioned is ATC, Altec. If you guys remember, 180 Markets did place some shortfall from Altec around this run over here. That was at 4 cents a share with an option. Recently, they did a placement with a broker raising $4 million at 6 cents a share, and the stock has come all the way back down to 4.6, which is a terrible, terrible result. So yeah, I mean, it was having a great run and now it's not. So good luck to the company, and we'll see if they can recover there. Two more that I just wanted to mention today, some larger stocks, VYS and WTC. So they put out their revenue guidance for the remainder of the financial year. Both stocks have fallen quite a bit. We can see intraday VYS hit a low of 27.5 cents, currently trading back up at 39 cents. And WTC, WiseTech, they hit a low of $1.12 today. So they have recovered, both trading about 10% down at the moment. And that's it for the wrap this week. Thank you for watching. Hope you all have a lovely weekend and more placements to come next week.